or Electric Motor Division, General Motors Corporation. Maintenance instruction plate type rheostat load regulator MI 4505. Plate rheostat load regulator figure 1 operates with conjunction A with the engine governor to provide efficient system of locomotive load control system designed with to maintain necessary engine fuel speed ratio. Develops specifically predetermined horsepower outputs for each of the throttle position, eliminates engine overloading, unloading, thereby with the result of efficient locomotive performance in order for the load control system function instead of the engine governor should have the proper setting adjustment with the vary with the different locomotive miles, and therefore with the recommended engine maintenance locomotive service manuals consult with the formation of the engine governor load regulator operation. Making sure it continued safety operation load regulator assembly should be inspected with clear and clean and intervals outlined with scheduled maintenance program. Particular application as particular attention should be given to the following items: inspection and cleaning. Remove the weatherproof cover figure 1 from the rheostat assembly if equipped by removing the 8 retaining screw of the lock washer. 2. Remove the rheostat assembly cover figure 2 with removing the 3 retaining screw of the lock washer. Screwdriver may be used to apply cover of the rheostat assembly. Our figure 1 shows the load regulator assembly with weatherproof cover. 2 shows the load regulator assembly cover screw rheostat assembly, rheostat mounting bolts, bracket assembly. No attempt should be made with the manually determine the vane shaft of the contact arm of the assembly of the rheostat. With the due, there's possibility of shifting the drive key with the drive with the block with the rotate vane motor with the contact arm with the manually raise lower load control pilot valve with the governor alternately energized and de-energized with the override cylinder ORS with the jumper with the wire to apply the positive voltage to 74 volt with the positive terminal over the override solenoid. This cover the engine oil pressure to actuate with the load regulator as well with the nominal operation. When the engine running at idle, manually raise and lower the load control pilot valve with the governor. Check the contact arm movement over the minimum maximum position. For proper contact, radio run out between the contact button brush and contact buttons should not exceed 1/8 of an inch. When engines run at idle, check contact arm movement is specified in step 3. Energize the de-energizing overriding solenoid may be de-energized by using the jumper wire and switch connected with it shown with the following sketch. To positive override solenoid push button toggle switch choose plus 74 volt DC. Ensure the contact button brushes firm contact with the contact button slip ring with the brushes and firm contact with slip ring contact pressure fixed on adjustable spring tension. If the proper brush contact wear springs suspect with the remove of the spring with the contact arm and assembly. Check with against for the tolerance provided and serve the data. Refer to step 6 for the remove of the contact arm assembly. Move contact arm assembly as follows and refer to figure 3. Straighten bent and lip the key washer and relieve the retaining nut. Use 5/8" wrench. Remove the retaining nut noted position over the contact button brush for the proper assembling with the remove of the contact arm assembly. Something use low pressure air blow duster for the rheostat assembly cleanliness and particularly. Our figure 3 shows the rheostat assembly with the cover removed. Starting at 12 o'clock, contact brush, contact buttons, contact button brush, brush retaining screw, retaining nut, keypad, washer, spring, retaining plate, insulating block, electrical connector, insulating washer, collector ring, collector assembly. It's important for the area between the contact button with the dirt and grease between the contact buttons may lead for the carbon tracking with the burning alcohol with the mineral spills maybe due to the removing stubborn and dirt with the grease. Necessary with the contact button collector ring surface to be cleaned with a flexible abrasive with the referred surface to have with a part number over the abrasive. 8. Check all wiring connections for the terminal for proper tightness. 9. Check oil leakage check for the connections of the lube oil piping with the vane motor. Check with the ceramic vitro faceplate rheostat assembly burning and cracks. 11. Check with rheostat resistances within limits specified and serve the data. Placement of the contact button brush assembly. Contact button brush assembly should be replaced in intervals specified by the scale. Maintenance prone when the brush is suspected of being defective with the brush wear. Approach to the limits and specified and serve the data. Remove the weatherproof covering rheostat assembly figure 1. Remove the rheostat cover figure 2. Remove the contact button brush, the retaining screw lock washer 3. Note that the brush must be replaced without removing the contact arm assembly from the rheostat assembly. 4. Remove the brush contact arm assembly figure 4. Before carefully being careful that the plane washers on the brush driven drive pin are retrieved. These washers will drop off when the brush is removed from the contact arm assembly. 5. Place the 2 plane washers on the brush guide pin figure 4. Hold them in place. 6. Position new brush and guide pin aligned with the whole brush and the whole brush against the guide pin with the keep the washers in place. Attach brush spring and a contact arm assembly with screw figure 3 lock washer brush contact rheostat will retain washer in position. Replacement of slip ring wood brush. Slip ring brush should be replaced at intervals specified with the scheduled maintenance program. The brush is respectful to being defective with the brush wear is approached to the limit specified with the surface dab. The slip ring brush is permanently attached to the contact arm assembly figure 4, therefore it will be necessary to replace the assembly in order to replace slip ring brush. 4 shows the contact arm, shows the plain washers. There are 2, the contact button brush, the brush guide pin, and then the slip ring brush. Removal and replacement rheostat. Plate applicable to remove the weatherproof cover of the figure 1 with the rheostat assembly. Remove the 8 retaining screw with the lock washer. 2 with the remove the rheostat assembly cover of the figure 2 with the removing 3 retaining screw with the lock washer or screwdriver. May be used to pry with the cover of the rheostat assembly. Identify, remove the wire of the rheostat terminal. Remove the 3 rheostat mounting bolt figure 2 with the nut and washers. 5 with remove the rheostat assembly from the vane motor. 6 note with the position of the contact arm. Assembly contact arm slowly drive shaft. And remove the contact arm assembly drive shaft as well. With the refer to figure 3. Straighten, bent, and lip the key washer. Release retaining nut. Use the 5/8" wrench for the remove of the retaining nut. And remove the spring, the retaining plate with the spring with the insulating block. C. Remove the contact arm assembly drive the shaft. With remove the drive from shaft from the rheostat plate. 8. Check for the resistance of the replacement rheostat plate within an inch of the resistance is within limits specified for that. Inspect for the contact arm assembly drive shaft into the rheostat plate position noted in step 6. Install the contact arm assembly drive shaft in position noted in step 6. 10. Assembly installation block. Compression spring retaining plate. 2 keyed washers retaining nut of the drive shaft. Bend lip of the keyed washer to lock retaining nut in place. Mate the rheostat coupling figure 5 of the vane motor coupling so the keyways on the couplings are 180 degrees apart. Ensure the spider is placed between the 2 couplings. Alright, shows a figure 5 coupling adjustment, vane motor assembly, rheostat assembly, minimum maximum 1/8 minutes, 216, 2 and 116, 332 to 116 with a maximum minimum motor, vane motor coupling, spider and rheostat coupling. When performing step 12 with ensure the rheostat shaft coupling vane motor shaft of the line with a maximum of 2 flat washers installed under each of the mounting brackets and leg figure 5 necessary for the alignment. 12. Attach rheostat assembly the bracket assemble the 3 mounting bolts and the nuts. 12. Hang washer, lock washer. 13. Lube the oil pump and piping between the governor regulator vane motor is properly connected. 14. Step 3, 4, 5. Inspection cleaning procedure. Then ensure the trailing edge for the contact button brush is over the white marker of the strip of the maximum field position, over the minimum field position. Necessary for the rheostat mounting bolt may be loosened. Rheostat turn clockwise, counterclockwise to ensure the contact button brush is over white marker. Strip maximum minimum field position. Be sure the mounting bolts are tightened if the adjust is made. Using a mega ohm meter, check for the between the rheostat terminal ground with indication 1 mega ohm may be more satisfactory. 16. Perform a high potential test. Perform rheostat terminals. Rheostat cave apply 1200 volts. 60 cycles for 1 minute. Reconnect wire with the rheostat terminal and install the rheostat assembly cover the weatherproof with the cover if acceptable. The may be necessary cut away with the corner of rheostat mounting feet in order to install the weatherproof cover vane motor disassembly figure 6. Disconnect lube oil pumping. Remove the drain plug with drain oil from the vane motor. Remove the vane motor assembly for the unit plate for the workbench from the conveyance seat. Further disassembly. Check vane motor shaft and plate, but it should not be less than 2 thousandths more than 5 thousandths of an inch. Remove the cover 3 to 8 of an inch hexoid bolt from the vane motor cover for the remove of the cover and gasket with the discard gasket. Apply with the new one to assembly. Remove the vane compression spring shaft with the handle parts carefully as they are manufactured clearance tolerance. Minimize the oil leakage. Remove plugs and ball check valves. Or 1 show the motor housing, 2 for the motor segment, 3 the needle bearing, 4 the oil seal, 5 the pipe plug, 1/4 inch vane is number 6, 7 the compression spring, 8 the shaft, 9 motor housing, 10 gasket, 11 governor connections. After disassembly, all parts of the vane motor should be thoroughly cleaned and inspected parts should be accepted. Wherever the damage should be replaced. Vane motors disassembly reversing procedure outlined before. Both disassembly after assembly of the vane motor should be installed. They'll completely check for the proper performance. Load regulator timing. The rate with which the load regulator contact arm moving the oil flow with the vane motor is very important. With the same point with the load control stability. Load regulator pilot valve is built into the electro-hydraulic electro-pneumatic governor operated with a special ported bushing. Number 7 the location ports in which bushing automatically control the rate of the oil flow. 2 and even the load regulator proper timing and ensured several type of the bushings usually depending on the locomotive application. Some of the 4 ports, other 5 ports which governor is to change. Load regulator pilot valve with the bushing is replaced. Care should be the exercise to make sure that the replacement attachment identical with those removed for the identification proper components to be used with various locomotives. Consult EMD locomotive replacement part catalog. Alright, setting of the overriding solenoid and load control pilot valve. Refer to engine maintenance manual for the complete information. Setting, adjusting of the override solenoid, engine injector, rack, linkage governor, load controller, pilot valve. These items are all concerned with locomotive power and load control should be given careful attention. Flushing load regulator. Flushing load regulator routine maintenance practice on this ship equipped with a ball check valve to allow the constant circulation oil of the vane motor. When the vane is in an extreme of the strip of the load regulator, therefore being flushed during the normal operation will be kept clean in the manner of any air trapped in the vane motor piping will similarly be purchasing the engine start with the oil circulation begins. When it becomes necessary to remove the vane motor cover, the inspection interior of the components of the motor should be first drained easily with done by removing the quarter-inch pipe plug with refer to figure 6 for the drain hole bottom center with the vane motor, placing the vane motor cover with the new cover gasket should be installed on the shown figure 6. Or service data, you have the vane motor assembly, rotor rheostat assembly, rheostat resistance, time resistors. Resistance value of the trim resistor will be the value necessary to bring overall resistance to 1200 ohms, plus or minus 0.25% of the value of the typical with the 16 kilo ohms and 60 kilo ohms. 16 kiloohms and 60 kiloohms if the rheostat alone with 1500 ohms plus or minus 0.25%. No trimming resistors required. Trimming resistors when applicable is connected with between the rheostat terminals 1 and 2 with worn Leonard metal film meth type WL70 or equivalent trimming resistors recommended. Wear allowance contact button brush 3032 fence collector ring brush 1/16. Spring specification free length minimum 1 inch, maximum 1 3/4 inch. 3/16 inside diameter, minimum 57/64 of an inch, outside diameter 1 7/64 of an inch, total coils 4, active coils 2, pressure compressed at 11/32 of an inch, minimum 10 pounds, maximum 12 pounds, work height 7/16 of an inch, solid height maximum 7/64 of an inch, equipment flexible, abrasive. Alright, that was Electric Motor Division, General Motors Corporation Maintenance Instruction, Plate Type Rheostat, Load Regulator, Maintenance Instruction 4505.